What's up, Matt from Urchfab. In this video I'm showing you how to join your Mig Welds together so that they're structurally sound and looking sweet. Alright, so got this bit of angle, and I'm going to weld all the way along it in 3 sections. So I'll do one weld up to there, connect the next one up to there, and I'm just going to show you how I make my joins in my weld so that you get a nice smooth looking weld, which is just as strong on the joins, and you haven't got cold spots where the weld ends. So I'm just using a bit of scrap angle, which is always a good cheap way of getting a bit of practice in if you want to just practice running in some beads. Got this my first bit of my weld done, so I'm basically going to start up the next one. Instead of piling it straight on top the end of the where I finished, I'm going to go just in front of it when I start the weld off, and then wrap it back into that. And if you do your welds with like the joined up E motion to give you that like rippled effect, then when you connect them up, you can connect them up and roll back into the last bit of weld, and you can, with a bit of practice, you can get it pretty much so you can't actually see the join. This same technique works if you're just doing a flat drag as well, but obviously you see the join a bit more. What you're basically doing is, if you just start up straight on the top of that, you end up with a cold spot sort of sat up on top, and you'll have quite a raised up start to the weld there. Whereas if you start up just in front, pull back, and then you burn back across your initial start up, and it will just give you a flatter profile, and you'll have more even heat all the way through. What's that, Stu? Yeah, it does help to snip the end off the MIG wire. That's right. So what that does is just, you have a bit less chance of getting a stutter when you first fire up, and also the split second it takes for the wire to meet the material just gives it a bit of chance for get a bit of gas coverage. Obviously you can clearly see the join, but that's just from the sort of soot on it. So I'm going to just finish the last bit up now. Same deal, starting just in front, wrapping back in. Right, so there's our weld. You can clearly see the joins where we clean that off. So yeah, I mean, you can still make out where the connections are. I forgot to snip the end of the MIG wire off there, and you can probably see it on the video, but it's stuttered when it first fired up, and you can see that there's just a bit of a lump there. I mean, it's not the best example, but you get the idea. There's a few reasons you might want to do it this way. Obviously, if you're trying to limit how much heat is going into the part and you're just wanting to weld sections rather than doing the whole thing in one run and risk warping things. And also, if you don't connect them up properly and you've got a lot of connections in the welds, you are actually going to have weak spots if you've got cold starts. Right, now I'm going to do one around this piece of box, and we're just going to wrap this corner. We're going to just basically come along here, wrap this corner, and then connect in. So you'll be able to weld all the way around the box, and it'll look like you've gone all the way around it sort of in one go. So what I usually do is, if you're welding this way, whichever way you're going, so say I'm starting here, I'll come along the flat and then wrap around the corner and then start from the flat rather than trying to start on a corner, if you know what I mean. So I'll finish the corner at the end of the rod, start at the flat, go all the way along, wrap around that corner. I think it's easier if you're starting on a flat rather than trying to start going around a corner. So we'll do that one. And on this one, instead of doing like a load of stacked up like rolling E's, I'm just going to do a straight little drag and pause. So I'll just pause a little bit as I go. It'll give it like a smaller profile weld. So the join's pretty clear, but I'll magically melted my Scotch pad onto it. So that's that. You'll be able to get it a bit better than that with a bit of practice, but you get the idea. It just almost looks like I've gone all the way around in one go. Not quite, but... Alright, so there we go. There's our 3 welds connected together. I mean, it's pretty decent. You can be done a lot better than that. Obviously you can still see it, but bit of practice you can get it so you can almost not see it. So all you're doing is just start up just in front and dragging it back into the end of the weld. That's all there is to it. It's nothing tricky about it. Yeah, so little tip for you, give it a go, and see you on the next one.